Good evening. So you're the new assistant at Tropico?
Yes, my name is Lauren Park.
Yes.
And I come with 6 years of experiences as middle school vice principal. I've worked as middle school vice principal in Orange County, Culver City School District, and most current San Juan Unified of Sacramento County.
Okay.
I'm really excited to be now joining a visionary and effective leadership staff here. Who have situated and aligned the district for success.
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to rewarding community partnerships in the process of accomplishing student success.
Sure.
So I'm very excited and eager to be part of the team.
Well, you have a good principal out there to work under, and he's got a lot of big plans. So.
Exactly. And a lot of work has been done. They're celebrating a lot of successes and gains. So I'm joining at a real exciting time.
I understand that you're going to take over the job that Mr. Weinstein has so ably filled the last couple of months.
Yes, the current title is going to be Chief Business Officer, and I will be working with Jeff, and he will slowly relinquish some of those financial duties that he has been handling so far.
Well, that really sounds good because he has worked hard. Now, could you give me a little bit of your background and
Absolutely.
Where you come from?
Sure. I have worked for a number of Fortune 500 organizations within the private industry, and for the last 9 years, I have been working with the Chico Unified School District, and my most recent assignment was a year as the Director of Finance. Chico, of course, is about 6.5 hours north. It was a district that was in negative certification. It is now currently positive.
Really?
Has an ADA of approximately 13,000 students, and it's a very exciting area, but I'm very excited about joining this. It's a promotional opportunity for me. And
sure.
It's a very exciting district. I really like what Jeff has done so far, and I'm hoping to continue on with what he has established.
Well, he's got some tricks in his hat because in a very short time, he's made the district look very healthy, and the people are very relieved, actually. Community is relieved.
Right. Well, you know, I wouldn't call them tricks. I call them good, sound business practices.
Sure.
And school business is very detailed and complex. It is challenging for a layman to come in.
Yeah.
And it does take quite a bit of time to understand all of the intricacies, and he has done a great job. And he has done some partnerships with the bargaining units, which I feel are really important because it is all for the kids, and then we have to support the people that are working with the children. And that's our goal.
Good. And the community will be happy to hear that you're actually going to live with us. Come and move here to the hot desert.
No, it's a great area. I lived for a couple of years in the Bakersfield area, Fresno 6 years, Thousand Oaks a couple of years. So
yeah,
I've lived in the vicinity. My father comes from this area. He's so excited for me to be here. So he's very happy.
Good. Well, welcome to town.
The first part of it was more accolades about himself, about how he had passed bills and everything about the community and jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
After that was over with, when we thought would have been more of on a veteran's perspective, he kind of went halfway with highlighting it. Asked him a few questions about the Lancaster VA home, and stuff like that, and he did say he would get back to us or get back to me about it. But he did say he was for the veterans.
Sure.
I haven't seen any legislation that he's actually passed that's going to actually help the veterans in Antelope Valley or Kern County.
Right.
So any real substance really didn't impress me that much about that portion of it.
Okay.
Overall, he was very informative of how the legislation works and how the Senate works and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said even.
Yeah, so that was, not too bad.
Yeah.
The jobs about putting more manufacturers in town, aerospace manufacturers, and that's a good thing. I mean, it really does need to happen.
Yeah.
But all in all,
the city's trying to get the drone up here.
Manufacturer for the drones.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the drone. That would be helpful. That would put some people to work.
And it does make sense because we do have the restricted airspace in these quarters here at Edwards. I work out there, and I know that there's they could actually do the testing out here and it'd be safe, and it's not going to be interfering with anybody's privacy or stuff like that. So.
And you got the great best weather, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
How about VA hospital or clinic?
well, one thing I asked about was that the one thing with the VA home down in Lancaster, when they were pushing it back in the day when they first started, that it was going to be this big, giant, large facility, and it's a small little senior citizen community, and the land is already given. How come they didn't develop all the land and make it bigger instead of having 60 to 7 residents there? Let's have 200 residents there.
Yeah.
Like Barstow does, or
Yeah.
Bakersfield,
Uh-huh.
or Vegas has now. They needed. I mean, why did the building stop at one point? It should have continued on.
Sure.
And then we were discussing veterans urgent care here in the valley. There's no place for a veteran to actually go with a VA medical card to go get some urgent care right now without a large expense. And I mentioned a member of our post who had to be rushed to the hospital, went down there, spent a couple of days down there, and he has a VA medical card, but the VA didn't reimburse him, and he got a large bill after the fact.
Oh.
Because it wasn't service connected. Well, that's not when we all joined the Army. We're not getting what you'll have medical coverage for life.
Right.
And that's another VA problem. That's
See this card, what he's talking about, why can't we use this card
Yeah.
and something emergency happen,
Sure.
go to the Antelope Valley Hospital or use our card.
Uh-huh.
and have VA
Bill.
Yeah,
have
VA.
AV hospital build a VA home or
Sure.
VA system.
Sure.
They don't. They won't do it.
No, you got to go to your own facility.
But if we, like in my case, I have regular Kaiser or whatever it is. I'm reimbursed by paying my copayment.
Yeah.
But in the event of this individual, who's a member on his post, he didn't have, and he was 62 years old. He got sick and got hurt, and they shipped him to an ambulance. Went down there, give him, say, okay, well, how are you going to pay for it? He goes, well, I have a VA card. And they went and they took it, but then when they put the claim to the VA, they denied him the privilege because it wasn't service connected. Well, we all joined, 20 some odd years. A lot of us are all 22, 23, 24, some 30 guys a year. And when we were 17, we thought we'd get medical for life. And
life.
it's not true.
That's not happening.
It's not happening. It's just